Welcome back to the last module of our bootcamp, which is Azure Compliances and Security. Now, what are we going to see in Azure Compliance and Security? Now, let me go to the portal and give you a demo on it. Let me go to the portal. Now, let's see the Azure. I'll just navigate to Azure Security Center. Now, here you will see that we have a security check which tells you that how secure is your whole Azure platform. It tells you everything about your VM or your services or the server or your server or the complete control, the inside of your servers, and then the networks and everything. Let me give you an example. Just go to the port example. You have a secure score, which tells you, it gives you a point how secure your platform is. And you can see on the top where it tells you that how many Azure subscriptions that you have it in your subscription on your account. And then you have Azure account, so AWS account. You can see that you have one AWS account and 4 GCP projects which is going on your premises. Now, here it also regulates the compliances. Like you can see the first thing, that HIPAA, then the second is SOC TSP, and the Azure client, and then NIST, and you have different compliances which also says that which actually monitors, the security center actually monitors every services, everything, every subscriptions that you use. Then you have an inventory here, which is it sees that how your VM is working, that how protected is your organization. It says if there's any threat, or it even tells you that if any recommendation to face any kind of issues. Then you have an Azure Defender, which actually gives you a score, tells you that how your platform is performing. Now, let's see the other thing, which is Azure Advisor. I will go to the left panel and go to Advisor. Here you have 5 features, which is cost, security, reliability, operational excellence, and performance. I'll just directly take an example where it shows like you have 4 recommendations for high availability, such that your work doesn't stop, there's low latency. So here you can see that there is 4 recommendation if there is any changes or any impact of any resources on your system, on your service. And then there is a security part where you can see the red line shows here is like how secure your system is. Here it is highly in threat. So the red line says that your system is highly in threat. The yellow line says that there's a medium impact on your security if any breach is there, or any security breach, or any unwanted traffics are being seen on your service, seen on your virtual network, or any system. Then you have the low impact, which shows the blue color, which shows that there's very low impact on your organization's platform. It is perfectly okay. It is safe, and it also tells you the performance, how well the service is being performed. And then you have operational excellence. There you can see if any recommendation for any resources are there. And then cost. Cost is the main factor which everyone considers. Like over here, you can see there is 7,437 US dollars that you can save yearly. That means there might be some services that is running unwantedly. Like if your usage of your VM is just 8 GB RAM and you have opt for 32 GB and 32 GB RAM and you're not using, your usage is not that much. So it shows that you can reduce, it gives in recommendation that you can reduce your RAM size to 8 GB, which is sufficient for your usage. So now let's go back and let's see what all compliances and security Azure gives us. So, cyber kill chain. No attacker directly attack your system or your server. There is a procedure, there is a steps that it intrudes into your server. So there are 8 steps of cyber kill chain. Each stage is related to certain types of activity in cyber attack, regardless of whether it's an internal attack or an external attack. So the first stage is resonance. So the observations, this is an observation stage where the attacker typically access the situation from the outside, and then in order to identify both target and the tactics for the attack. It analyzes any if there is any vulnerability or is there any important documents even if he's trying to hack. So the next stage is intrusion. It is based on what the attacker discovers in the resonance phase, like whatever uh, history he makes it, or whatever the plan whatever he sees while resonating the server or the system. They are able to get into the system, often leveraging malware or security vulnerabilities. Like I told you, it tries to find some vulnerability in the system, some loopholes in the system. The third stage is exploitation. This act is for exploiting the vulnerabilities and delivering malicious code onto the system in order to get the better foothold. Like it tries to use that vulnerability, it tries to access the system through that vulnerability, and it tries to encrypt the important files or capture the important data that they want. Then the privilege acceleration, the fourth stage. Attacker often needs more privilege on a system to get access to more data and permission. In this, they need to accelerate this privilege often to an admin. Then the fifth stage is lateral movement. In this, what happens is once they are into the system, the attacker can move laterally to one system and account in order to gain more leverage. Then whether that's higher permission or more data or greater access to the system or more valuable documents or anything. Then we have the sixth stage, which is obfuscation or anti-forensics, which in order to successfully pull off the cyber attack, the attacker needs a cover to their track. And in this stage, they often lay false traits, like they compromise data and then clear the logs to confuse and or slow down the forensic team. They try to cover all the thing, like they want to cover their attack. So what they do is they will make a note that whatever they are trying to access, they will try to clear the logs because the log is automatically generated in the system. Then the fifth stage of this is lateral movement. Once there's a the seventh stage of this is denial of service. So they send a lot of traffic to the system, distribution of normal access for a user, and then from a user, then it stops the attack from being monitored, then monitored, or it could be from getting tracked or getting blocked. Then we have the final stage, which is the eighth stage, which is exfiltration. In this stage, getting data out of the compromised system is the final stage where it takes the all it encrypts all the required data they want. Now the next we have here is Azure Security Center. Azure Security Center, when moving to an infrastructure as a solution, service solution on cloud, you need to protect your network. So Azure Security offers a uniform platform to secure and manage fast changing workload and cope with the challenges, as we saw in the example on the portal. So it enables your team to have a clear view of the status of your resource after accessing your environment. Then it generates a security after alerts and provides threat prevention recommendation. Then security center consciously monitor your workloads to detect security rules violations. Then it provides a service automatic service, since the security center is a native part of the overall Azure solution. So this way you can deploy security centers seamlessly within the Azure powered environment. It has two tiers for security service, that is, you have a free or the standard tier. You can opt for any of these. Then Azure Security Center Insight, it gives you a clear sight into whether your source are secure or not, the resources that you use is secure or not, is somebody trying to intrude into your resources, or if is any malicious activity taking place. Then it also gives you recommendation. The recommendation are grouped by the severity. Then it also gives you a secure score, like remediation to improve your secure score. Like if you, as I told you, that you're say if there is any loophole or if there is many public IP address, many front door open IPs, so it will give you a recommendation to just close those networks, close those subnets. Then we have a secure score. As I told you, we have the Azure gives you a complete security to your complete platform, the complete resources that you use. Every resources is being secured over here. It continuously takes a snapshot of your current security situation. If whenever you make a change, there is a snapshot which is taking place, and then it helps to prioritize your security efforts. It gives you recommendation. It gives you remedies to control your security. Then it gives you like a score whether if your risk level is high or low. Now you have Azure Advisor. So Microsoft Azure Advisor, as we saw, we have 5 categories, and the main category, the main category is security, high availability, performance, and cost. So it gives you a very brief idea about your whole performance of your resource, whole performance of your platform, your cloud platform, not only your Azure platform, but also your other platform which is connected to your on-premises. Then finally, we have Azure Sentinel. It is a service which actually tells you it detects and investigate and it responds to the threat. It actually tells you if there is any changes on your system, or it is not only an Azure service, it gives you the log of everything. It can directly take the log from your, even if there is a access entry to your on-premises devices or any other platforms which is connected to your on-premises. It gives you a complete log of the system, that if there is any anomalous activity which is taking place, and then you can identify the people who is accessing, the users who is getting the access. You get the complete access history. So here we have completed the Azure on the modules on the topic, the whole topic of Azure security. I hope you all could learn something from this, and I hope you will have a good time. I hope you had a great time with us, and see you for the next boot camp. Thank you.